Hey everybody, welcome to Music Tree, Time to Begin, Unit 4. Today we have a couple of big discoveries, a new type of note value, and we are finally going to start getting some understanding the intervals between notes. We're going to be learning about seconds today, very exciting things. And so we're going to start seeing some lines and spaces on the staff. So, to start with, we have learning about a dotted half note. A dotted half note lasts as long as 3 quarter notes. So now I'm going to give you kind of a little bit of the bigger picture. Whenever you see a dot, it adds half of that note's value to itself. So a quarter note has 1 beat. If you have a quarter note with a dot after it, it is a beat and a half. If you have a half note gets 2 beats. Half of that is 1. So if you have a dotted half note, it is 3 beats long. And you can have any kind of note value be dotted. So throughout this entire thing, we're only going to be working with the half note dot, quarter note dot, and I believe we have 8 note dot at the very end. So no worries, that's all it is. There's kind of the meta picture, but right now, half note is 3 beats long. So, swimming and same. Snowballs to fight with and snowmen to make. Slide on the hillside and skate on the lake. Super. And it goes like this. Oh, we're on white keys. That's the other great thing. We're moving to white keys. Let me move activities aside, and it goes like this. Snowballs to fight with and snowmen to make. Slide on the hillside and skate on the lake. So one thing you may have noticed that I just did was when I have this long note that I'm holding, I'm actually moving my other hand higher so I can be ready to play. There's 2 ways you can do that. That's a more advanced technique. Or what you can do is you can take your hands here before you play, and you can move them back and forth until you get a sense of distance. And this is also completely acceptable. When I'm practicing really difficult music and it involves a lot of like jumping up into different octaves, I will many times, that's called blocking, by the way, I'll block my notes like this so I get a sense of where I'm actually going in the keyboard so that I can play it more quickly. So you can do it like that. So, and it would look like then, snowballs to fight with and snowmen to make. Slide on the hillside and skate on the lake. So it's a little bit quicker movement, but you can do either one. I don't care. Whatever works for you. So the next bit that we're going to be doing is seconds, learning about seconds. So when we read music, we read by interval. How far is one note away from the next? And we're starting with the smallest interval, which is a second. As we get more advanced, we're going to learn that seconds can actually even be defined by their major or minor characteristics. But right now, we're only concerned with just the distance between white keys. So, from one white key to the next white key is a second. And when they're written on a staff, they go from the space to the line, or from the line to the space next to it. So they're very close together. So what we're going to do with Music Tree now is we're working with the intervals, and then we're also working with a landmark note. And I'm just going to show you this, if I can get it. I should have. Technology. And this. You now have the first note being given to you, which is a G. And so you find the G on the keyboard, and the G is the note that your right hand is going to play. And it goes, please be quiet, go to sleep. Quiet, go to sleep. And then we have the next one. This letter names the first note is an F. Cold wind is blowing all the night through. You might hear that I do a little pulse through, so I know that I've gone through 3 counts. Something that's just a little trick that teachers use to help kids hear it. And then the only other thing is, and this is something that is not mentioned in the discoveries, but it is on page 35, you actually have notes that are played together, and it goes like this. Stubborn mule will not go. I say yes, he says no. Now remember that we have these great little parts on the gold bars to either side of the page that will help you think about the music, and it's very important for you to continue filling these out. It shows music analysis, and you're actually able to start thinking about the music without playing it, and it's very, very important to be able to do this. Again, it helps. This is training your powers of perception to perceive different patterns in the music. And then being able to play on the keyboard, which I'm playing Stubborn Mule. It's really important to do this too, because again, you're building pure muscle memory. So all of these exercises that Frances Clark has you do are here for a reason. Please do them. Okay, so finally, on page 36 is a challenge piece, Merrily We Roll Along, which I'm sure you are already familiar with this little tune, but it's a fun one to play. And I'm not going to play it for you. I want to see, and this is a song that I want you to record for next week. Merrily We Roll Along, and one other song using what you have discovered of your choice. And then I also want you to do a little song for me, a little improvisation. So assignment: Merrily We Roll Along, one other song from using what you've discovered, and then I'm going to run you through your warm-ups using the 4th finger for the first time, and then 3 that using the white keys. We're going up on the white keys and going down on the black keys. And then the same thing. And then so finally, we have our rhythm. Jack Be Nimble. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. I'm giving you just a short example of how you count through that. Drawing the lines under the notes to show pulses. And we have some reviews in Unit 3, playing it on different keys. Another very important exercise, because we will later be turning that into transposing from one key to another. So do this for sure, so you get really comfortable. Otherwise, you're going to be behind then. And then making some pieces of your own on white keys using seconds and half-note dots. Your pieces could be about waltzing, skating, or whatever you like. So this is a big unit. There's a lot of new things to learn, and we're starting to go into reading on a staff. So make sure that you put in the work that you need, so this is just as easy for you as the earlier units were. I wish you good luck.